Okay, this lab activity is all about concentration, and you're going to be using a PHET simulation. The PHET simulation is entitled Concentration. So you're going to see a screen very similar to this. You'll launch it in a separate window so you can do your questions as you're doing the lab itself. So one thing you should be familiar with is the fact that you can have a little concentration meter. Concentration meter will tell you the concentration of your solution in moles per liter. That's what MOL slash capital L stands for. Some other features is that you can add water to your tank, you can evaporate water out of your tank, or you can just drain your tank. So there's various things you can do. You can add a solution either in solid form or in liquid form, and you can choose the type of solute you're going to put in. So there's all kinds of different choices here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and reset it back to its default settings and take a look at your instructions. So question one's pretty straightforward. How would you increase the concentration of your solution? Again, every time they want you to refresh your simulation and create a solution similar to the one depicted below. So this is cobalt-2 nitrate, and we want a 0.5 mole per liter concentration with no evaporation, with a half a liter in the tank, all that kind of stuff. So it's up to you to choose to create that type of solution. And then the question is, how will you change the number of moles of solute in the container? Question 3 asks, when water is added to the container, what happens to the concentration? What happens to the number of moles of solute? Question 4 asks how many moles of solute are in the container, etc., etc. Now in question 5, you get a chance to change your solute. In this case, we're putting in potassium permanganate. And you're going to start off with 200 milliliters of it, a 0.4 molar solution of it, and then you're going to add water until you have a total volume of 800 milliliters. Question is, what's the final concentration? Similar kind of activity. In this case, you're using nickel chloride, so forth and so on. And the last few are a few conceptual questions. So you're going to imagine you're part of a beverage company. You're working at a beverage company, and there's some problems with some of the batches. How would you explain those problems? Okay, so it's a pretty cool activity. You get very familiar with this PHET interface. There's not that many moving parts. The main thing you're going to be using is the concentration meter, as well as changing the type of solute that you're putting into your solution.